Put my chick inside some Louis and some Valentino. Put my bro inside some Gucci and some Moschino. They want my money like it's a casino.
Hey, what's good, guys? Poku Banks, baby. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I've got the one and only Mr. Jatz. And Jatz, he is one of my good friends I've known in the TikTok space, even in the entrepreneurial space. We've been hustling together alongside each other, knowing each other online. And now I felt like there's a time to interview him to get his whole life journey. And when it comes to his entrepreneurial journey as well, because I was actually there in terms of seeing him grow online. So I've seen him get to where he is today. So I want to unravel the whole journey and then to the followers, so then you could then teach them what you've learned along the way and all the little gems and stuff. Jatz, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, I mean, thank you firstly for having me. And I think, as Poku said, we have been actually in the TikTok space for a while now. I remember actually Poku's he's one of the guys who were the first guys in the finance niche in the UK, I would say. Yeah. And we started that together, and I'm good. Thank you once again for having me.
No, it's great. And I wanted you to go on to an introduction of like who you are, where you come from, just for them to know.
Yeah, so my name is Jatz, or well, my social name is Jatz, but Jatin is my real name. And I make videos on Instagram, TikTok, biggest one, and YouTube, mainly around mindset, money, and entrepreneurship. I also do side hustles on the side, one being Amazon FBA, which is the most popular one right now. As Poku probably will mention, I also trade a bit of currencies. I mean, Forex on the side as well. And that's pretty much it. But for my background, I come from a middle-class family. And I'm sure most of you relate to me because the guys watching this video right now are probably in a space where you're like, I want to make it somewhere. And that's exactly where I come from. I wanted to make it someday and do something in life. So a small guy, a guy from a small town back in India, came here in 2010 when I was 11, studied, went to uni, fulfilled my parents' dream. And here we are now after graduating as well, this month actually.
Well done,
and so that's my journey right now.
Talking of graduating, what made you want to go to uni? And right now it's kind of clear that you graduated and you're doing this, you go on office. By the way, his office is pretty great. What made you want to go to uni? And what's the status?
I think when everyone's in school, what they're pushed towards is universities. And that was something I was pushed towards. So for me, uni was the first thing which I wanted to go. So there was no other thing which school told me that, oh, maybe try entrepreneurship. I mean, that's never going to happen. I don't know if that ever happens. But yes, apprenticeship was one route. But because no one had ever done uni in my family as well, that pushed me even more. So I thought, might as well do it for the sake of my parents as well. And it's something which will help me in the future. So that was kind of the first reason why I decided to kind of choose the uni route rather than do just entrepreneurship.
And now it's a case of you're not really... Well, what degree did you do?
Computer science.
Computer science. How do you find that?
If you ask me how to code, I'll read you a code, but tell me to code and I'm no good at that. But yeah. And
I feel like us as entrepreneurs, we're used to just outsourcing things nowadays. If you were to create like an algorithm or a website, you just outsource it.
Outsource it, yeah.
Because that's just the way of...
And the thing is, in a way, the degree did help me because it gave me a lot of technological kind of skills. For example, making websites. That's not coding, but HTML. I can make my own website if I wanted to. I can use tools like Photoshop. Obviously, they don't come under computer science, but it's something which has allowed me to always be around computers, technology, and so it makes my life easier because when you look at the older generation, for them, computers are a hell thing. Yeah. So in a way, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, and with uni with me, again, similar for my parents, just to do good. But again, before uni, I didn't have any substantial business that was, making me live on my own. So again, that's why uni was the way I went through. But during uni is when I started TikTok and started all these other businesses that generate me a great passive income every month. So again, with me, it's like the same situation. I can now outsource and not have to do what I was intending to do at uni. I do finance accounting management, by the way. But also, I wanted to now move on to, what was your first experience when you came to entrepreneurship in your life?
I think my first experience, I would say, about entrepreneurship started itself when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the most classic book which every entrepreneur has read. When I first read that book, it opened my mind in so many ways, because it showed me how education or the job system is absolutely messed up, and there are other ways you can make money, and the rich doesn't just get rich from doing a job. So that's when like it opened. Now when my first when I started being an entrepreneur, I failed. When I first started my property investing journey, Samuel Leeds back when, I think 3 years ago, when I first started my property journey, I failed because I wasn't really developed in terms of mindset. Because one of the things which most entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs don't understand is that without having a good mindset, you will not succeed as an entrepreneur. So I failed. And then I went back to my 9-to-5 job actually while doing uni. And I was like, entrepreneurship is not for me. But then I thought that while I was sitting there on my desk, looking at my computer screen at my 9-to-5, I'm like, there is no way I'm made for this. And I'm not doing this for my whole life. Wow. So this is when I was like, all right, I'm leaving my job. And I left my job without having any plan B. I just left my job. Started reading books again, started kind of getting that mindset up to that standard. And then I joined network marketing. And it was an experience, I'm not going to say best experience, but it was an experience I'm not going to regret because it showed me few things in life which I would have never come across. Left doing that. And 2020, February, I flew to Budapest with my friends. Came back from Budapest absolutely depressed because 1, I was jobless. 2, I was a uni student, broke uni student actually, because I had no money in my bank. I took a £2,000 loan. I've never actually shared this on camera or something, but I took a £2,000 loan to pay my direct debits because I didn't have money at all. And so then I was in a space, I'm like, what should I do? Like, what actually do I want to do? And then I just thought, all right, let's try and do something I enjoy. And that was making videos and teaching people. Or it was just teaching people, but I was like, I love making videos because I always tried doing YouTube and stuff on the side. Yeah. So then I just picked up the phone, started doing motivational videos. While I was scrolling through TikTok, I came across you as well. Okay. And that's when my actual entrepreneurship journey started. Okay.
So then, and now TikTok was one of your first, would you say, businesses that really showed you, yes, wow, I'm actually getting money now?
Yes. So TikTok was like if Gary Vee never said, get on TikTok, get on TikTok, get on TikTok, I would have never got on TikTok in the first place. So thanks to him, and I even said thank you to him when I met him. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw that. That was good. He even reposted it.
Yeah, he even reposted it, and it's got nearly 1 million likes. Not even views, nearly a million likes.
I think like 900K.
Yeah, it's crazy. So once I go on TikTok, I started making just videos, and then it was actually Poku who I wouldn't say copy, but was inspired by the video. Yeah. 3 things you should do before 18.
I like that video.
And that blew up. Yeah. That blew up. Everyone started saying, oh, Indian Poku banks, Asian Poku banks, Indian Poku banks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm being referred to Poku banks. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I remember that one actually.
So I'm like, I don't mind that, right? And then, so then I kind of blew up. And there was a time in TikTok where until I overpassed 100,000 followers, or not even 100,000, until I got nearly almost 1 million followers, I never done a sponsorship video because no one ever reached out to me. Wow. Because one, I could have reached out, but I just didn't try doing that. Yeah. So I didn't make any money off TikTok. It was just the passion which kind of kept me going through. Because there was a phase where I was not growing at all. It was at 60,000 followers where I just got stuck for like almost good 6-7 months. And I thought, okay, this is not for me. But I'm like, you know what? What is there to lose? Because I started as a passion project. So I might as well continue. It's not that I want to make money off it. It's just me sharing my stuff, documenting my journey, and just trying to teach people on the side as well.
And bear in mind, guys, this is what makes him happy. It's not like he's expecting any sort of payout from this. So again, since he's not making any money from it, he can still be consistent. It's not like money is the deciding factor. So again, he kept going and going.
And that's one thing I guess a lot of people don't understand. Like when you start something, don't start it because you want to make a lot of money, because the journey to money is going to be tough. If you don't enjoy the journey, then the destination will never come actually. So everyone says, love the process and you will get your outcome and stuff like that. So it's like, don't ever have money as your main goal, but instead start falling in love with what you're doing and money will eventually come. I'm saying this as you have probably heard this 100 times and now I've lived it. That's why I'm actually saying it, because you probably hear many people saying, oh, do what you love and money will come. It's so true. Just do what you love and money will come. And that's what happened with me.
And I feel like a lot of people, they try to put, a certain, finish line. So, for example, 100K followers or 100,000 in net worth. But as you get closer to that goal, as humans, we want more, we're greedy. So we'll keep moving that goalpost. And people feel like happiness lies at the end. But like you said, it's the process of the journey of getting there, like a road trip.
100%. And talking about that point, about having a milestone and be like, once I reach this milestone, then I will be happier. I learned this very late. I learned this actually just around 2-3 months ago, when I thought I will hit this much amount of money per month, then I'll be the happiest person. I went from 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, didn't give me joy. It doesn't increase my happiness in any sense. I'm still the guy like, okay, now how do I go to 20? How do I go to 25? How do I go to 30? So the race will never end. And that's why now, at this moment, I'm just thinking that there's no point of having these goals. Yes, it's good to have a specific goal so you know what you're aiming for. But I need to start enjoying more of the journey to reach that goal. So that's what I'm trying to do now, rather than having a milestone be like, this is my happiness if I reach there.
Yeah, that's some real spit. Cool. March 2020, let's go back to there. COVID-19 breaks. What was your first reaction to it? And as an entrepreneur, what was you doing at that time? Was you thinking double down on TikTok? Like, what was your...
The crazy part is, I wasn't even on TikTok during that time. So when it happened, I started TikTok in June 2020. So when the first lockdown happened, I was just at home, and it was a blessing for me. Yeah. Because I had nothing to do. I was at home, and I'm like, what can I do right now? Everyone was on social media. So I'm like, this is the best time to start. Everyone's going to be scrolling on their phone. They're at home. They're working from home. They're doing school from home. They're probably on the phone. The best exposure I can get is right now. So yes, there were a lot of negatives related to COVID-19, and a lot of bad things happened. But for me, it was a blessing, and I looked at the positive side, and I continued in that route, and I just took that as a big opportunity, and I just went for it. That was kind of how my first lockdown started.
Yeah, no, that's great. Looking at how you blew on TikTok closer to 2021, where you grew in 2 months, was it? What is that point? What figure are you on right now? So
currently I'm on 1.3 million followers, and I blew up on TikTok on March 2021. I blew up from start of March 2021, and by the end of April, I was on 1 million. So in 2 months, I was on 1 million followers.
Wow. Nah, you lot at home, you got to be clapping.
Thank you so much.
And I feel like you went from like 60, 70,000 to 1 mil.
And you won't believe it, but in one night, I got around 250,000 followers. So just overnight. It was literally like every time I opened my phone, I would see 10,000 new followers, 20,000 new followers, 50,000 new, and I'm like, what is going on? It was that moment where I'm like, it wasn't that I was so happy, but it was just like, holy crap, I can't believe this is happening at the moment. And so it was just a crazy moment. Do you remember
what video it was that got you the 250?
Yes, I remember clear and crisp, and I even knew before I uploaded it that this is going to blow up. I don't know, it was my senses telling me that this is going to blow up. It was the video of me saying I think it was about credit cards and debit cards. No credit card, debit card, but it was like why you should use a credit card. So like how you can utilize it in a better way. Like I want to buy a gaming PC. Oh, don't buy with this and that, blah, 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 blah. Like something around that. That was my first video. And my first video using a DSLR, that's what changed the quality. The audio improved. My lightings were improved because I got a box light and stuff like that. So that when I posted it, I came back in an hour and I saw 100,000 views. And I'm like, I've seen that in the past. Slept, woke up, boom.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh man, those big videos there, that's the way. And again, it's literally with the increase in the DSLR, the audio, the back and forth meeting me conversation. And I'm guessing it hit the American For You page as well.
It hit the American I have a lot of American followers, so these type of videos did. The thing is, after that video, I made almost 25 viral. Well, what I mean by viral is over 1 million views. Around 25 videos like that, which I made in that 2 months time, because I just felt like I knew how the algorithm worked that for that specific time period, where I was like, okay, I just need to keep them on the video, just keep hooking them with every line I'm saying. And it just worked out. And then it went to America, it went to the UK For You page. Everyone loved it. Everyone's like, oh, we should not go to school, we should learn from you, this and that. So that was...
And just analysing your choice of words, it looks like there's a lot of reinvestment made into getting to 1 million followers. How important is it to reinvest as an entrepreneur and you?
I think there's a difference between people who's an entrepreneur who's just willing to make money and just save it, and there's a guy who's just going to keep reinvesting because he wants to make more and more and more. And I'm the guy who wants to just keep reinvest everything and build more and more and more. So most of the money I make, or till today, every money I have made in YouTube, yes, I've used some of it, but I would say 75% has gone into equipment, has gone into lights, has gone into getting a space, monitors, new laptop, editing, having an editor. Basically trying to reinvest in a way where my ROI can be higher. The ROI is not a specific number, but in the long term, I will have a higher ROI. So that's the kind of mindset I go with. Reinvest and you will make more. And when you keep reinvesting, you will get more if you invest it in the right way. So that's why I feel like with reinvesting.
Nah, that's very great. And would you say, how was the reaction to your friends, family, blowing on TikTok? How was that? Was it any different? How was that?
My close friends were actually mind blown. They were like, wow, the rate you're growing at is insane. Everyone on Instagram, like yourself, I remember you congratulating me with every milestone. You're like even Finley, you probably know Finley. I don't know if Finley, yeah. So he would keep messaging. He's like, I'm tired of congratulating you now. It's like literally, it was like every week I would hit another 100K, another 100K, another 100K. So it was just the love and support I was getting was amazing from every person. There were haters, and I know there's always haters. Without haters, there is no good side. So
trust me.
So yeah.
But yeah, no. Again, even with the haters point, it's more about having haters. Just shows that the platform that you're on, that you're blowing up on, is showing it towards new people. Yeah. Because again, when you first started, no one has a recent hater.
The thing is, I don't even remember where my haters are going. I remember those days when I used to make videos back with my phone only, and I used to get those haters. Now I don't even know where they are.
Yeah, it's crazy. They just disappear. When I realize, wait a minute, I need to start doing something with my life.
With my life, yes.
So,
and that's when I know I've done it. I've got them now.
Yeah, you finally got your revenge. Literally. But yeah, so cool. After TikTok, well, I wouldn't say after TikTok, but during your TikTok journey, you decided to start Amazon FBA.
Yes.
Talk to me through your decision to start, let me diversify off social media and develop something outside of a tangible business.
So whenever I made a TikTok or whenever I would make any videos, in the back of my head, I'm like, this could shut down any day. There were news like TikTok was going to shut down. Remember that? Yeah, there was like 2-3 times. First time when it got banned in India. Then after it got banned in India, there was news that it might get banned in the US and then the UK. So that itself was to me like, okay, if TikTok gets banned, you have no followers on Instagram, you hardly have any subscribers on YouTube, and you're not going to make any more money. So what are you going to do? So then I was doing Forex robots on the side. I'm sure that was the phase of my life where I was making quite good money from Forex robots as well. But I knew it wasn't a reliable thing where you can make long-term money. Okay. So I can make short...
To stop you there, how was the Forex robot in terms of percentages?
The thing is, I started my first account on a Forex robot with £156. I made almost over £5,000. I obviously kept withdrawing. But purely passive, didn't touch it at all. Made my initial investment, let it grow, took some money out, kept it growing. And then when the market went volatile once upon a time, I lost certain amount. I still had like around £900. Again, it went up. And there was one instance when I blew that account up, put some money in that. So that's when I realized, that was the moment when I realized, I'm like, okay, look, there's quick money to be made, but this is not a long-term thing. Yeah. And you cannot rely on this for an income. unless there's a good robot by an institution and you find it, you get your hands on it. But when I found that, I'm like, okay, look, I need to sit down. I need to find a business where I can get and leverage with a similar ROI as Forex. In Forex, you can make 5% of your account in a day if you wish to, by just getting a 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Now, I was like, okay, if I'm going to invest my money, I want to get higher ROIs. And ROI is all about, in Amazon FBA, minimum ROI I get on a product is around 35%, 50%. So that's like every £50 I would invest, I would get 35% return on investment on that. So,
Profit.
so yeah, so the margins and the return on my investments I was getting, it was perfect. And the business model suited me as well because I can do it from anywhere. I can do it from my home. I can do it with a small budget as well. And so that kind of put everything, and I'm like, you know what, let's just give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. And I started it last year, October, November. I started it, had many failures, learned a lot of things, learned from Jack himself as well.
Yeah.
And here we are. So
wow.
And
then with doing Amazon FBA, what, in terms of failures, what was the biggest or most expensive lesson you learned while doing so? And what did you learn from that?
One of the biggest lessons I learned was, I used to think you can learn everything yourself. There's YouTube, there is Google, but it requires a lot of time and failures. So having a mentor literally gives you that shortcut. And I'm still going to say that there are not all good mentors. There are good mentors and there are bad mentors. But if you want to succeed in any side hustle, first seek out for a mentor within that side hustle which you can trust, which you can see has made it, has done it, he's done it himself as well. And then if you feel like, okay, this guy is legit, this guy knows what he's talking about, then go for him. And this will kind of give you a shortcut to succeeding in that side hustle. Yeah. And that's something I learned late because I lost almost, if I talk about overall, over 1,000 or a little bit more than £1,000, which I could have invested in a mentor, learn from him. Exactly. So it's like, rather than you losing that money, just invest in a mentor and then that's it.
I feel like with some people, it's their ego that prevents them. They don't want to, like for example, I think Jack is our age, 20.
He's younger than us. I think he's
20.
I think he's 20. I think it's 20.
Yeah,
I'm not 100%,
20.
but I think it's 20.
And people would like, just because we're all the same age, it'll be like, no, I don't want to learn off him. Who does he think he is? But you put your ego aside, you put your losses aside and thought, you know what, let me go back to square one and try this again. And again, it's just powerful to do this while even making TikTok videos as well, going through all these losses. So again, it shows like a lot of emotional power, emotional intelligence for sure.
100%, 100%. And
so, and to conclude, you would think that courses are necessary not only as a thing to sell for an entrepreneur, but for people to buy because I also believe learning off the internet, YouTube, Google, yeah, it's cool, you can do it for free, but I see it as like piece and jigsaw. Because you get information from here, then it's conflicting with here, you're looking at comments that try and analyze which makes more sense, and you're putting it together. Yeah, I used to do that back in the day, like when I was 15, I had all the time in the world, but as we get older, if you want to learn something, buy a course, step by step.
And that's literally, what you just said right there is literally why a lot of people kind of think about courses or mentoring, but like, yeah, this guy's younger than me. How is he saying about this and that? And when it comes to courses, as you said, if you have the time, you could go there in the whole Google world and try and put all the puzzles together. And one more important thing about courses or mentoring is that you can do all mentorings or all courses in the world, but if you don't put in the work, you're not going to see any results. And I think simple as that, but I think most people call courses scam or mentoring scam is because they do it expecting that something's going to change and they will start making money instantly. They don't decide to put any work, and that leads to them saying this is a scam. Yeah,
exactly. So, it's just a shame, but again, if you have a positive mindset to learning, man, you do well, trust me.
Yeah, 100%.
When do you get to a point when you scaled your Amazon to a point where you have to get this office? Because I'm guessing you started at home, mum must have got annoyed with all the packages. How was that scaling process?
So I started it at my home. I was ordering products as well. And when I first ordered my product, my dad's like, what in the hell is this? Like, why are there boxes in my house lying around? And I tried explaining him that this is the business. And it's like, no one's going to buy this product because the products which sell on Amazon are sometimes quite weird. And he's like, no one's going to buy this. Why are you even doing this? But I kept doing it. I wasn't really giving my 100% in the start because I didn't think that I'm going to actually make Amazon my biggest thing. I saw that, okay, I would spend some time on Amazon and grow it as a side hustle and see where I can take it. Yeah. So I was spending some time every now and then. And then start of 2021, I'm like, you know what? Let's put some real time into this because there is huge potential in this. So then I decided to get office with my friends, and it's just one floor above. Oh. It's a smaller, way smaller office than this compared to this. This is much more bigger than that one. Yeah. Got an office space, and then just got started. Literally 4 months in, so I started in October, November, December, January. Mid-January, we got the office, and that's when we were like, okay, cool. It's time to put in all the work, all the time, and let's just see where we can take it. So that's when I thought, okay, because the thing with Amazon as well, you could get one product, the profit from that product can be paid off for the office. Have the second product to make profit for yourself. That's kind of a way you can leverage Amazon as well. Yeah,
most definitely. And it's just a worthwhile investment so you can sort out stuff and have space to put. Because again, I'm pretty sure with Amazon, right, you're not even selling any crazy products in the sense of like dropshippers do like weird, it's just normal everyday things. Like
yeah, so there are different types of Amazon, like Amazon arbitrage, Amazon wholesale, and private label. What do you do? So I do arbitrage and wholesale. Okay. I don't do private label.
Can you explain to those, I don't know, what's the difference and the pros and cons of each?
Sure. So Amazon arbitrage is basically getting products from retail shops like Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco, which are in discount or cheaper. Yeah. Get them, resell it on Amazon. Basically reselling. Yeah. You buy it from them, resell it on Amazon for a profit. Okay. Advantages of that, you make bigger profits because you can get a discount, huge discount on them. Club cards, cashbacks, you can use all of those things on it. But the disadvantage is that it's not a long-term business model and you will have to kind of keep putting in the work every day because the products might stop being in discount.
Or something be on the lookout.
Yeah, so you have to keep looking out for new deals every time. The thing with wholesale, you can find a product and it will be more of a long-term product. Yes, sometimes that product might be short-term, but most products you can find are long-term. Yes, the profits might be, the drawback is that the profit might be a bit lower compared to...
What percentages we talking?
I would say, in profit percentages, I would say roughly around, say, 25 to 30%. That's profit margins. I usually look at ROIs mainly, no profit margins, because as long as my ROI is hitting, my profit's hitting as well. So that's, with wholesale, you can build a long-term business, and disadvantage is the profit margins might be a lot lower. Yeah. With private label, it's your own brand you're building. So it's like if you have a product, you're going to actually make this product in China, get your logo stamped on it, and then sell on Amazon. The problem with that is that you have to create your own listing, you have to do promotions and everything. And I didn't talk about wholesale. With wholesale, you are already selling on products which are already selling on Amazon. Okay, so it's consistent. Yeah, so it's like if I'm selling a bottle of Dettol, that Dettol bottle is already selling because thousands of people are buying it. I can literally buy that bulk prices from a wholesaler, send it to Amazon. So I'm not creating any listing, no advertisement cost, nothing, and just get that done. With private label, you create your own product, you create your own listing, higher budget required as well. So that's kind of the three categories where, as an Amazon seller, you would be in.
Yeah, and what I always say about Amazon, and what someone else told me, another FBA seller, of Shola, I don't know if you know Shola.
I think I saw your video.
Yeah, she was telling me how, again, when you're doing the Amazon FBA business, it's literally, you're basically saying to yourself and the world, I am Jeff Bezos' business partner. We work together, and as his net worth increases, mine is bound to increase as we're all on the same platform. So that's one way you guys can look at it for a reason why you want to join Amazon FBA. And I've always said, since I've got a little bit of too many things going on, I personally believe that if I was to restart my journey today, I would do Amazon FBA because the amount of success I see and the logistics of the business model, it just makes so much sense to me. I did see some Amazon FBA stuff back in the day, but I picked the Forex route and I felt like I should focus on that. So with Amazon FBA, what would you say your day consists of on a day-to-day basis? Would you say Amazon FBA is a passive business? For those watching, they may think it is. Or what do you think about that? And what is your day-to-day?
So I'm not going to talk about my day right now. First, I'm going to talk about the day it used to be, and then now. So it's more realistic for the people who might just get into it. So previously, it used to be just wake up, open my laptop, and start doing product research. Product research can take you 1 hour, 5 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. It can take you long to find a good product. So most time taken in Amazon FBA is product research. Once you have found the product, or once I used to find a product, once I ordered the product, I know that the product has arrived at my house. I would prepare the product and I would send it off to Amazon. Once I've sent it off to Amazon, it's fully passive for me.
Okay.
So that's why I call Amazon FBA semi-passive. I can prepare the products. Once I found the product, prepare the product, send it off to Amazon. Now I can sit back in any world, any country, and I can see the sales go on because Amazon will sell it for me. Amazon will take care of the shipping, customer service, refunds, whatever it is, Amazon takes care of it.
Okay.
Whereas now, the way my day looks is I come in the office, I have my guy who does the research for me anyway. We currently have products which we keep an eye on, look at the inventory levels and everything. Once we know that, okay, the inventory levels are dropping, this product might be out of stock, we just make an order for that. Once the products come in, we prepare the products, get it sent to Amazon, and then we just do our things because we don't have to worry about it. When the products are with Amazon,
It's just...
we know that, okay, we have products 1 month worth of, 2 months worth of inventory or 1 month of inventory. We don't need to worry about it. In the meantime, we can keep looking for products, keep looking for ways to make more money on Amazon FBA. And just like today, right now, my phone's not with me, but I think I'm almost 1,000 sales by just sitting down here.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's big. It's big. We'll get a screenshot on the screen later.
Yeah, definitely.
And you mentioned you have a guy over there doing research for you. At what point did you start to outsource or maybe hire employees? Was you say, and what was the thought process behind doing that?
See, with any business you're going to do, if you think you can grow a business to 6-7 figures by yourself, probably some certain business models you can, but most businesses will require you to have someone else within that. So then from your 24 hours, now you have 48 hours because you're using someone else's 24 hours for yourself.
Yeah.
So you've expanded the limit you have. And that allows me to focus on growing the business in other ways while he takes care of the thing which consumes the most time. So because I looked at it this perspective, what takes most of my time in Amazon FBA? Product research. How can I get that time back? By delegating it to someone. And it was a sensible kind of sensible decision I made because if that person can do all the work for me in terms of research, find the product, he gets a commission, he makes money as well. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. So once I started making a decent amount, and I would say around £5,000 profit, I was like, okay, cool. I can just get someone else in as well and do the product research. And I had my other boys as well doing it we were all doing it together as well. Now they have their own stores as well and everything. They're making money as well. Everyone's eating, everyone's happy.
That's great. So for those watching, they may be thinking, I want to learn, I want to get started. Where would you recommend or where can you direct them?
So the first thing I would say is on my YouTube channel, there are a lot of videos about FBA. I also have a 56-minute video, which was the paid course actually, and I want people to understand the value I provided in that is worth £500 or so. Watch that video. You could start arbitrage today with that. And currently, I do have a 50-day Amazon FBA challenge where you basically go from knowing nothing about FBA to learning how to make money on FBA around £1,000 to £2,000 after the 50-day challenge as well. It's something you can scale as well. So that's something you could join if you wish to as well. You can join my private Telegram group chat if you wish to. That will be all on my social media. That's where you can join it from. But again, if you want to start, I think my YouTube is there for free. You could just check that out.
Say if someone had the right mentor, how long would it take for them to become profitable and consistent on Amazon? If they had if they started off straight away with the right course or mentor, how long would you say?
I would say less than 2 months or 2 months.
With what budget?
So for Amazon wholesale, I would say the budget you will need would be around 1,000 to 1,500. The more it is, the better it is. But I think that would fit perfectly because you'll be able to buy products, test shipments. If you fail 1 or 2 test shipments, most likely you won't if you have the right mentor. And I think that budget should be fine. That 1,000 to 1,500, perfect.
And then 2 months, you believe?
2 months, I believe.
If you put in the work.
If you put in the work. The thing is, it could be in your first 30 days when you find a profitable product. But I would say 2 months because not everyone's good as everyone. So everyone's different. But I think roughly everyone should be profitable in 2 months.
Yeah. Another FBA seller, the same one, Shola, she was telling me how she moved out of London to get a bigger office space in up north in Midlands, and she did it because to grow her business, to make sure she can make as much money as possible. You're in London, so what do you think about that business decision?
I think for her, that might be a smart business move as well. And I'm not saying it is a good business move because you're going to save a lot of money. I actually spoke to one of my good friends who's actually in the Midlands. Mm-hmm. He lives there, and he just told me that he's just made an offer on a warehouse which is 1,000 square feet, which is a bit bigger than this. Or I would say a lot more bigger because this is 785, around 1,000. And he said it cost only $1,000 a month. So he's paying for the whole 12 months, so 11K, but it's just 11,000 pounds, so roughly around 1,000. And I'm like, this is nearly double of that, or more than double of that. And I'm like, what am I doing? So will I move to the Midlands eventually? For me personally, because I've lived here, because my family is here, because I can still make profit while I'm here and make more money, and there are more opportunities in London as a content creator as well. So I would prefer to stay here. If I was solely focusing on Amazon FBA, I would decide to have my warehouse somewhere outside London just because it's cheaper. Yeah. But right now, because it makes sense for me in other perspectives as well, I would prefer to stay here.
And the reason why I love this answer is because he not only included the finance point of view, obviously from the finance point of view, yep, he's stupid, but in the more of a life and a contextual point of view, you're including your other businesses, so content creation, which makes more sense to be in London. Even your family and friends, that's just a personal decision. It doesn't make sense to stress yourself for saving an extra £5,000, which is linear, where if you stay in a nice comfort zone, your happiness is great, you can make exponentially way more just because you're in a better place. Whereas if you move to Midlands by yourself, you may be less productive because you're by yourself. I don't know, but
definitely. And I think having your family or having your loved ones around can make a huge impact on your mental health as well. Yeah. And as a content creator, mental health, or as an entrepreneur, mental health is a big thing. Big. Having burnouts, breakdowns are something normal, and having people who love you around you can be a huge thing. So that's kind of one thing I would say. That's why I would prefer to stay here. Yeah, definitely. I guess, I don't know when am I going to move from London, but until further notice, guys, I'm in London.
Also, what processes do you have in terms of like morning or evening routines? How does that work? And also, so learning processes. As entrepreneurs, we live in an ever-changing world. Technology is improving, metaverse, NFTs, all of this is coming out.
Yes.
What processes do you have to keep learning as well? Because I feel like just because we left school, I don't believe education's done. Yeah. Education's forever. So how do you deal with as an entrepreneur with...
So firstly, like my routines are quite normal. I wake up anywhere from 8:30 to 9:30, depending on how tired am I. Then I would try and meditate if I can. If I can't, and if I'm not feeling it, I won't. I'm not one of those guys who are like, do this in the morning. I wake up late as well, guys. Then I would just come in the office, do my to-do list, a very important thing I would recommend. Then just start my day off trying to do as many tasks as I can. If I can't complete all of it, that's fine. Move on to the next day. In terms of learning processes, at the moment, I'm not doing a lot in terms of reading books or learning, but let's say NFTs or the metaverse or cryptocurrencies or the Web 3.0, all of that is something I would, as soon as I read about it, I'm going to go on Google, have a search around it, try and understand how it works. And I'm like, okay, look, I've got the basic knowledge of it. That means if someone talks to me about it, be like, have you got any understanding? I'm like, yeah, I have basic understanding. But I'm always trying to learn from social media itself. So I only follow people who will kind of teach me, because that I look at it like this. Where am I spending most of my time? Social media. And if I'm going to follow people who are not giving any value in my own mind, there's no point in me following. So I learned most of my stuff from social media and just searching on Google for the moment. And if I need to kind of have advanced knowledge in that, I'll just reach out to my network of people who are in that field. Yeah. And I'm grateful to have a person in every single field. For example, Harry Livingston in the crypto NFT space and stuff like that as well.
Nah, the reason why I love this honest answer so much is because I do believe with entrepreneurs, there's different stages. So there's the learning and the hustling phase. So you're reading, you're watching every podcast, reading every book. You're literally all your time is going to learn. You're not making no money. Yeah. And then you're trying out. the money knows when you then have a proven strategy. For example, you have Amazon FBA, you have TikTok. It's just straight action.
Yep.
So again, it's very clear, you know, and especially with the money you're making, you're in a later stage where you're just putting in the action and just everything you're doing. You're literally learning from experience and wisdom.
Yes.
Now, again, if you were to start a new business when it came to NFTs or Metaverse, then you go back to the learning stage for that.
Yes.
So I feel like a lot of people need to understand that there are stages and everyone's on a different stage.
100%. And I think what you said is really important because I don't want to sit down here saying, I read a book every day. I listen to a podcast every day. Realistically, I don't. Because, as Poku said, once you have something happening, like, okay, this is Amazon FBA, I need to focus on it. I'm not going to go read books about Amazon FBA. Like, all I have to learn is right in front of me. If I'm starting something new in Amazon FBA, I'm going to go seek out knowledge for that. But I'm not going to sit here and read books. Actions over knowledge. I feel like, yes, take the knowledge in, but then it's the actions which will give you the outcome. So that's kind of the thing I would say.
And then going back to FX now, it seems like you've gone back to manual. I've seen your story. I know you don't post much about it, but I've seen your story here and there. What's the reasoning for, in terms of what part of the journey would you say are in FX?
I would say I'm still practicing. I'm not profitable, neither am I a beginner. I'm in the stage where I'm practicing, trying to be profitable. And main reason why I don't make videos around it is because if I'm not profitable, why am I going to go and show people how to trade? So I'm first trying to be as profitable as I can. I know a strategy works. I know how to use it. Then there's a point of me actually showing this is what I trade, this is how much I made, and blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, there's no point of it. That's what I see.
That's the same decision I've made because, again, I feel like I need to wait a bit. I need to make at least 6 figures of trading before I can even be advising people saying, oh, this is what I do, or you should copy this or whatnot. So again, playing the long game is always the best way. And I've also noticed as well, I remember you had an Amazon FBA course and then you refunded everyone.
Yes.
And I like the fact that you're very, as you can tell already, he's very honest in his interview. You can also tell with your followers as well, you want to keep that level of trust there.
Yes.
What happened with that situation? And
So, as you said, I wanted to be as transparent as I could with my audience. So when I first released the Amazon FBA arbitrage course, it was an arbitrage course. I released it for 50 quid. Now, did I think it was worth 50? I thought it was worth 500 because the value it provided. I have guys who message me sending screenshots saying, I've just made £1,000 in a week using your arbitrage course. Wow. So I'm here thinking, I'm like, yes, there is the value. But during that moment, what happened was that I think I spoke about in my video that I will make a step-by-step guide for you guys and share it for free. Main reason why I didn't share it for free is what's happening right now. No one values it. When something is for free and something's paid, if you pay for it, you're going to value it because you're like, okay, I paid for it. It's just a psychological thing.
Yeah, you pay to pay attention.
Pay attention. That's a nice one, actually. And when I made it free, or if I put it out for free, no one would have cared. No one would have cared. So I put it out for free after because the amount of people saying, oh, this doesn't have any value, this and that, and they were giving negative feedback, this and that. So I was like, rather than making money out of something which is giving a negative frame to my social media, my personal brand, which I treat it as my own baby or child, because I built it from nothing to something. I'm like, money will come, but the trust I have from them will not come if I continue doing this way. So I decided that it was, I would say I've never said actually, it was around 10K. I just refunded it to everyone who paid. And I'm like, I'm out of this. And it's for free now on YouTube, so you can watch it.
There you go on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to Jatz. Follow him. It will be linked down below.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, no, I just love the honesty, and it just shows how far you can go just by being yourself and not putting the money first. Because some people might put that 10K first and say, nah, I'm not going to refund anyone. But then that 10K may cause your baby to crumble, your personal brand to crumble. They may not trust you in the future to buy future courses. So again, it's good that you're playing the long game. That's
the important thing.
That's what's necessary in this world. Talking of long game, you know, you've had a great 2021. 2022 is in less than 30 days. What are you'd have to share all your goals, but what's next for Jatz? What can the audience look to expect?
I think the next thing from Jatz is one biggest thing is going to be is less of videos or content trying to get followers and more of content which I can resonate with people again. Go back to my roots where I was making videos which resonated with people. Not just a video about, oh yes, this is this, that, get millions of followers done. That's not the game I want to play.
Yeah.
I want to build a community of people who care about me, I care about them.
Yeah.
And that is something I'm more going to try in 2021. And other thing I'm going to try, I've already started trying is balance my work and personal life. Because at the moment, it's just work life.
Yeah.
I would spend here from morning till night every day of my life.
Literally.
And there is no personal life at the moment. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And in terms of money, followers, stuff like that, I have no plans, no goals, set goals. Be happy, build a profitable business, share a lot of content and valuable content, importantly. And also for my Amazon side of it, I have a lot of big plans. NFTs is probably going to be one of them. I combine it and have my own SaaS, like have my own platform to do stuff like that. And so that's what I'm planning to do in 2021. 2022 actually, I'm still used to saying 2021, but that's kind of the plan for 2022 at the moment.
That's big. So you said about personal life balance. As starting out as an entrepreneur, to those watching this, in terms of percentages, where do you think it should be if you want growth, and how was it for you when growing on TikTok? Because again, I feel like a lot of people, there are full, born hustlers like yourself, where it's a straight hustle, but then there's some on TikTok, or you might notice in the comments, they're kind of lukewarm. They're on the entrepreneur wave. They want to, develop something for themselves, but their whole passion is into it. Therefore, they don't put or make as much money, or they don't get to where they really want to be, like reaching their goals. What percentage of work-life balance do you think should be?
For that question, I would first say is that it all depends on the person it is. But if it was me saying how much you need to put, I would say 90% hustle, 10% personal life. In the start, the more hunger you will have, the quicker you will succeed, or the more chances you will have to succeed. So for me, in the start, I didn't have a balance. And will I change anything back then? No. Because if I had a balance, I would have spent less time here on my hustle life, and that would have slowed down. So right now I might be here, but if I balanced everything, I still would have been here. So I would say in the start, until you feel like, okay, now is the time to balance both lives, in the start, just go hustle mode. Don't care about what's happening around you. I know this is kind of like, you need to enjoy your life.
It's real.
Yeah, it's like you need to enjoy your life and this and that in your teenage years. You have your entire life to enjoy. Like, you might miss out 1 or 2 years of your teenage life, and 1 or 2 years compared to 30 or 40 years is a very small time. And we know that. And people are here sitting on computers working for 30 or 40 years of your life, and I can't even imagine my life like that.
It's just crazy, and I feel like people that have the biggest argument towards that would be YOLO. You only live once, you can die tomorrow. I just hate that mindset, and it's just like, you guys can't.
That topic is a very debatable topic, like YOLO, but what if you live for 40, 50 years? Like, what's going to happen? Who's going to come pay your bills? It's like some people say, you only live once. Go spend your money on the things you want to enjoy. When you're broke, you're married, you have a child. Who's going to feed your child? Come on.
Exactly. You are the man of the house if you are a man. And you have to provide. So again, I just see it as like, would you rather put in the work now and then live a great fulfilled life, begin to do what you want on your own terms, buy your time back, or just.
It's like a calculated risk, I would say, isn't it? Because you might die tomorrow, but you might live for 60 years or 70 years. So would you rather work for something which you are going to live like 60 years for, or you're going to live your life as... Some people say live your life as if you're going to die tomorrow and work your ass off. I don't know if you're allowed to swear, you can cut it up. But you'd work your ass off as if you're going to live for 60 years. Yeah. I do believe in that. But currently, I've not been living my life as if I'm going to die tomorrow. And that's which I'm going to try and do now, balance my work life and personal life.
Eventually, there'll be a time that will come and you be fulfilled, and with how the business is going, and then you've been autopilot. And
yes, 100%.
Talking of your money, the money you make, what do you spend it on? Is it just straight, fully reinvest?
Food.
What type of food do you like?
Takeaways. So obviously not most of it, but the most money I'm currently making, it would go into the Amazon side.
Yeah.
Reinvest in that. Yeah. Yes, I have some money in crypto. None of my money in stocks at all anymore, mainly because of fiat currency and crypto.
And so I just want to pause you there. Would you say you've kind of decided, you know what, I fully believe my business is going to make me my most money, and then obviously in terms of investments, I prefer crypto, so let me just go that way instead of being too diversified, too thin.
So I thought that why not diversify into crypto, stocks, right? Keep it both balanced. But then I saw that currently the gains you would get out of stocks compared to crypto, even though it's volatile, it's way too minimal. And we all know crypto is going to be the future. We know whether you believe it or not, but 5 years, 10 years down the line, we all are going to go into digital currencies and everything like that. So for the long-term game, if I'm going to play the long-term game, I might as well diversify within the crypto space, having different coins and stuff like that. And other thing which I will invest eventually is properties, because they're similar to stocks. Long-term, takes time to grow, but it's something which I'm going to be seeking into as my businesses grow. Because right now I just want to, because the more money I put in my business, the more money I get out of my business, and that can eventually feed my investments.
I think what people refer to some of these investments as, so property and stocks is more for wealth preservation. If you want wealth creation, this is starting businesses or learning a high income skill like Forex and the business Amazon FBA. So again, and TikTok content creation as well. So again, the stage you're in, you're trying to build wealth. Once you want to start preserving and start living off it, then you then switch over to properties and traditional stocks like the S&P 500.
Yeah, and that's the point where I can just sit back, live fully passive, if that's even a thing. I don't know if that fully passive even exists yet, but then I can just live off the rental income or whatever income I will have back time, and then just even. The thing is, I will still keep working because I feel like I'm already retired because I do the things I enjoy anyway. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah, let's see.
And carrying on with what you spend your money on, foods. What type of takeaways? I tried Popeyes in Stratford. They opened one, the American chain.
The thing is, I mainly prefer local shops like kebabs.
Really?
I had Nando's today. Pepe's Peri Peri. I don't know. Pepe's Peri Peri. Amazing food there. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's just local shops. Like, you will see most of my money every day, or nearly almost every day, I would have a takeaway. Yeah. And even though I'm trying to go to the gym and stay fit, but that's one thing I'm trying to fight as well.
Yeah, everyone has their own little things. They don't care what the price is. They'll go.
It's like food, I don't care how much it costs. I'm just going to spend on it. Yeah.
That's good. And talking of other toys, I've seen you copped the new Tesla. And one thing I'll say, I don't know if you've seen, we'll put the post on the screen, but it's basically a post of the past 3 cars he's had, and it's the same post, and it's, the nostalgic feeling is great. The black and white, that one, it hit. That one. But talk to me about the process, and the full process of buying the Tesla. What made you think, let's upgrade down?
I bought the Mercedes after the course, A-Class, just this year, start of January. And I wanted to get a new car in 2022 anyway. So not that I go off tired of the Mercedes or anything, but I just didn't think the Mercedes was worth it for me in terms of, I don't know, I just felt like the Mercedes, driving-wise, it wasn't fun. I don't know, this is just more like a car conversation rather than a financial thing. It's just like, I just wanted to upgrade, so I sold my Mercedes, and then I'm like, what car should I go for next? I was planning to just get another normal petrol or diesel car, and then I'm like, okay, why not turn into electrics? Because electrics will give me a lot more benefits in terms of the price.
Big grants as well.
Big grants as well. Actually, I didn't get it under a business. Oh,
really?
I haven't business leased it. It's a PCP. Oh, wow. It's a PCP at the moment, and I'll tell you the reason why as well for that. But I just thought, why not change to a EV? Just get electric. I can go to central London without any congestion charge and everything like that. So then I was like, okay, let's go look for the cars. and I saw a Tesla, and I'm like, nah, Jatz, that's not a Tesla. Come on, why would you go for a Tesla? Not right now. But then I just couldn't take my eyes off that pearl white, and I'm like, this just looks so nice. Then I done the calculations. I'm like, okay, how much will it cost me? And I'm like, one of my products makes me enough for me to pay this Tesla.
This guy flexed on you guys so hard. Not even one of my sources of income. One of my sources of income within my source of income. Can pay for that.
Yeah, so
hey, that's the level you guys gotta be on. That's the level you guys gotta be on when it comes to making these purchases of these liabilities.
Yeah, definitely, because a car is definitely a liability. But I saw that, okay, look, I can make enough from that one product, so I can use that product as my Tesla product. Whatever I make from there, I put it, and that's my Tesla paid off every month. I can drive, I can have fun with the Tesla. Literally, doesn't matter. And that literally was like, okay, cool. I can flex on social media because the ROI you get from a lifestyle is also a bigger thing.
I hope people don't speak about that as well when it comes to your purchases as well.
Yes.
That's just coming into it.
It's because people think I purchased it for myself. I did, but more of it's for my social media as well. Yeah. Would you want to watch a guy who is driving a Corsa, or would you guys watch a guy who's driving a Tesla?
Tesla.
So you might be like, oh, this guy, people are so fake on social media. But the thing is, people love watching these kind of stuff, and I have to follow what people want to watch as well. So that's the kind of reason why I got the Tesla, and the reason why it was a personal PCP is because I wasn't sure that I was going to keep the Tesla for 2, 3, 4 years. Okay. So I was like, I'm just going to test the waters, and if I'm going to enjoy an electric car or not. Yeah. I love the Tesla.
I love it, yeah. It's
fast.
The acceleration is just... Which one, what exact model did you get?
It's Model 3. So it's the cheapest model. In terms of all the models Tesla have, but it looks amazing interior, super fast for me at least, because I've never driven a fast car like that, and it just looks great. So that's the reason why, and I'm planning to now keep it for the whole of 2022. If I do change it, I don't know, but for the moment, it's just going to be that Tesla.
Yeah, and would you say, how have you found charging it and getting through that? Have you found it cheaper than how long have you had it for?
So I've had it for just 2 weeks now, and I've charged it twice already. I have used a charger point which isn't provided by the Tesla Supercharge, so I don't know how much fast it can charge with Tesla. For the moment, it's costing me actually almost similar to a petrol car, but once I go to Tesla Supercharge, I know 100% it's going to be a lot less cost as well. Because I'm going to drive the Tesla locally, and it's electric. One is environmentally friendly, and we all want to take care of the environment. And secondly, I will get to spend less money charging the car. And the best part is I could even get a charging point at my own home. Leave it overnight charge. And I can wake up with a full battery. And you can't get a petrol station outside your house and charge you petrol fuel your car.
You can't.
So that's the thing.
But no, that's very good. That's very good. I just wanted you to give 3 tips to someone watching this that may be inspired by you. 3 tips for them going into 2022 to become like successful like yourself.
Definitely. I think first tip is educate yourself. Whatever you want to do, whatever business you're trying to do, educate yourself first with your mindset. Then educate yourself for that actual business which you're trying to. If you have the money, go look out for a mentor in that specific field or whatever you want to start. And thirdly, take actions. Because you might get the mindset, you might get the knowledge, but without actions, you will not get out of the place you currently are in. The comfortness you're getting in, or you're currently in, if you don't take the actions and get out of your comfort zone, you will never grow, or you will never get to where you want to get. So these are my 3 tips for anyone sitting there on the other side of the screen. Whatever you want to do in life, just start these 3 things. Mindset, learn about the skill, or learn the skill business, whatever you want to do, get a mentor, take actions, and get off your comfort zone.
Yeah. And where can they find you on all your social media platforms?
So my social media for TikTok is Jatz Naron, JATZNARN. Same on TikTok and Instagram. And on YouTube, I'm Jatz. I do have a podcast. It's on my YouTube as well. You can listen to that. And that's the only platforms I'm currently on, actually.
That's smooth. Everything we linked down below. But again, I hope you guys like this. Leave a comment about what you thought about it. I'll be checking all comments. I hope you lot enjoyed it. You already know. It's Poku Banks, baby.